But first you have to... It's written there.
No.
I know you now so much better. What do I have on my ear? White?
It's gone. I licked it away.
When I have another question, I will just say it, okay?
Okay.
So now you're ready to
Namaste.
go. Okay, welcome back to our probably last episode, I think.
6.
Episode of
Number.
Journey. Yeah, the journey into, yes, it's fitting, the journey into a man's mind. And we're going to answer Karin's question. Okay. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You ready? Why do... I'm sorry you fell out. It's just because we had this already and I think you're not going to be amused. Why do have men commitment issues? They always want to be free and independent, but at the same time they don't want to be alone. What's the matter with that?
I have the feeling this we already have done this question.
Yes, that's true.
So
can you say the very short essence to her?
Why do have men commitment issues? They always want to be free and independent, but at the same time they don't want to be alone.
So they want the benefits of a relationship, but not the have-tos
It's
of
just,
a relationship.
okay, in short, it's that most men have like really need a feeling of being free. And this has a historical component, but also a hormonal component. There are lots of things creating this in a man. But this is actually, if I put it in a very short summary, this is what it is. They just want to feel free. And of course they don't know if their new woman will give them this feeling of freedom. But their first and foremost reaction will be doing this. Okay, because there is a woman and she will do this to me and I cannot feel free there anymore.
Perhaps, yeah.
And of course it's
an assumption.
But like all fears come from assumptions in the end, and you never know if they are based on true things or not, because it happens. It's just thought which creates panic here and then.
And we discussed about this quite long yesterday evening, also during dinner, right?
Yeah.
So what I took out of this conversation with Bas yesterday evening, because we really have different views on that too. I'm a woman, he's a man, about this whole why men don't want to call it a relationship when it actually is a relationship. And his answer was because we're more in the now and we just want to... Why do women always have to put things in the form? And I say, why cannot men just say, yes, it's what it is and it's okay, and really commit to their women? And Bas also said that women then often want to change their men, which is totally true. I can totally subscribe that there are many women, when they're in a relationship, they think they have now the right to mold their man the way they want him to be.
Yeah, because when we were discussing it, it was a very heated discussion. And to me it was that and actually Priska helped me to come to that realization that men really want to feel here in this moment what it is, without putting a label on it or a name. And women want security, and their need for security, they have the feeling they get it by naming what they are and where they are going to. So it's more future-based, and men are more based here, which it's just a totally different need, which can clash very much. So I think this is
Yes, I think that the only thing that really helps there is communication. That you also say that you have this need, that you tell him that you have this fear, but not saying, are we now in a relationship or not, but saying, look, I really like you and I would like to know, are you dating other women? Because this would hurt me, for example, if you would still date other women.
Because if I look at myself, relationships I have been and what I hear of friends of mine as well, the moment that you say as a man, okay, baby, we have a relationship, this gives women
the free
pass to take their toolkit, open it, and start to on the man. Okay, this I don't like. This has to be soft.
And I really have to admit that's true. I totally see that too.
So this is also a fear why men don't easily want to say it's a relationship, because then they know from the past, okay, then...
Because then they have to go to every wedding that their girlfriend is invited in. They have to go to meet the parents-in-law every second Sunday. They have to... I don't know. There really are many have-tos. And I even saw that when I look at my old self. I have these Erwartungen, expectations. Yeah, I had these expectations from my man too. That he does some kind of things. And... partially it's good to have expectations in the sense of that you have worth and values and that you want them to be met, but on the other hand, when I see it from this perspective, I get that some men are... I thought you wanted to say something very... No, I just get that some men feel like in a trap then, which closes when they say, yes, I'm in a relationship, and then the women start molding and abracadabra, and they want to heal him, and they want to save him, and they want to mother him, and it's okay.
No, but guys, we are now answering questions from a male's perspective from women, but the other way around, guys do exactly the same, right? They are in a relationship, they start to father their women and to...
It's always...
Oh, you, my little woman, come to me and I will
save you.
I will be the strong guy for you. So, yeah.
So, yes, I hope this brings some clarity, Karin. I have to vertalen. What is vertalen?
Where's vertalen?
Nee, I have to vertalen. Translate it for her anyways.
Okay.
Why are they always so... the men, or are they always so easy-peasy in the beginning and seem to have no problems with me having kids, but it's getting more serious... if it's getting more seriously, they pull back?
I don't know. I really don't have a question. I don't have an answer to this question.
Well, because we're not her, yeah.
And because I have children myself, so for me it's totally not a problem if my woman would have kids. So I really cannot feel into how it must be for a guy without kids to start dating a woman who has kids.
I think it's... I can say it from my perspective. I mean, like, because I'm a woman, not a man, but you have kids, I don't. Well, I have a hot dog. But it's another responsibility, or it's another life you're opting in when you go into a relationship with somebody who has kids.
Because there you have to give up some sort of freedom that you would like to experience with your new love.
It's about... Well, you know how much I love your kids, seriously, but it's about... and I really am happy that he has kids. I can really say that. But at the same time, it's like you have to put yourself back when the kids are here. You're not the number one anymore, because then the kids are here. Then they are like... They
shared.
Yes.
You have to share.
Of course,
your number
share
one position.
this, whatever. And... No, sorry, not whatever, but yes, I have to share it. And it's about also... I mean, like, you automatically get into some kind of a... I will never be their mother, but you automatically get into some kind of a mother role. I mean, like, when they puke in the night, I also get up and clean it, and it's just a different thing as if you wouldn't have children.
Yeah.
And also the
and
whole
this
thing...
can be scary for guys. You think?
Yes, and yes, absolutely. It's like, oh my goodness, I'm not just opting in for a relationship, I'm already opting in for a whole family. And let's be honest, if I would, for example, leave you now, I wouldn't just leave you, I would also leave the kids. And it's just much bigger than if it would just be you.
Yeah. I think indeed, because you ask in the beginning, they seem easy peasy, and then the problems start. I think because in the beginning, the guy is focused on you and he wants to have a relationship with you, so it's more about connecting and the exploring the sexuality with you, and it's new and it's beautiful. And when
Kids
the
struggling.
biggest chunk of the magic gets down a bit, then there are all of a sudden these two little frogs that you have to deal with as well.
Well, we're talking now about his kids.
So they're in the beginning, maybe they are blinded because they want to invest in you, what the impact of kids will be on his
Yes.
life, and later this impact sinks in more, and then he can have something like
The responsibility, or
Yeah.
what I have to take over for a whole family. And I don't know if you are still in contact also with your ex. I don't know if it's your ex-man or boyfriend, just the father of the kids. And this is also a part that you cannot ignore, that they will always be, that you are always connected to the father of your kids. And not every man, I think, can deal with that so well.
Yeah.
Because I can also say that it's not always easy that there is another woman in his life. The mother of the children, and it's the most beautifulest thing, and I wouldn't want it any other. But it's just somewhere. There's just somewhere else in the family somehow, and it's just another how do you say that, another puzzle that is in the game. Piece of puzzle. So I think there are big differences if you have kids or not. And of course, there are people, like, for me, really, this was never ever like an issue or a thing. Oh, really? Do I really want that? But I have been working with kids. I had an idea of where I'm going, and I actually love to be around kids. And he has the most adorable kids, anyways. But it's just different. So.
Yeah.
And also, it's more what you said. This reality drop in. It's like kids bring it so much into. Down to earth, so it makes it so much realer. And if to say yes to a person or to a whole family is just a difference.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay. The last question of her is: what are the signs that a man only wants sex, and what are the signs if he has serious intentions for a relationship?
Okay. I think, like a man that is more serious, he's more interested in the woman Karin. So he wants to know who is Karin, what makes her happy, what makes her sad, what kind of experiences had she had in life, what kind of work does she do, where does she live, what are her fears, what are her pleasures. So I think if you have the feeling that he's truly interested in these kind of things as well, then he's more serious, and then he doesn't want only sex, because if he wants only sex, and he doesn't need to hear all these stories. And I think you can also see it from certain flirtatious signals. And it's always a combination, of course, because a man that is serious and who wants to know who Karin really is can be flirtatious as well. But there should be a combi. If you have the feeling that he's totally not interested, and he only is looking at your boobs all the time, or like looks through you when you are telling a story, so you get the feeling that he actually is not listening for real. I think you can feel it very quickly, because if I turn it around, if I would have a date with a woman who is constantly sitting like this and actually not listening to my stories and never asks a question about what I feel about things, then I would very quickly get the illusion that she just wants to have sex with me.
But what would a man do then? If I would sit now here in a cafe with you and you would totally be just interested in
I want sex.
I just want sex. What would you do? So obvious, really?
look at the boobs, also do things like this. But it's so cliche because not every man does it. So I think in the end, these signals never interested me, and
It's not about interesting, but I think these cliches might help. I don't know, but I think this thing that you just said about if he's really interested in you as a person, this certainly is a signal. Or if he's
because really, if he bluntly put, if he only wants to fuck you, he doesn't want to know if you have kids, what kind of work you do, what makes you warm, what makes you cold, what makes you sad, what makes you happy. No, he just wants to dive into your boudoir.
Boudoir, really?
Yeah.
Oh goodness. Okay, we have a new word for this. Yeah. Klaar.
Unless you still have a question.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
And if not, then not. It's okay as well.
Perhaps I'm going to stop and think about a question or not.
Well, we can just wrap it up.
Yeah, we can wrap it up because I really, at the moment, I think you have already answered so much. So much.
So let's just wrap it up, and I'm going to take the opportunity to, and I already have done it, but I'm going to do it again, to thank all the ladies for these very inspiring and very interesting questions, and lots of them I really had to think about answers sometimes, and I really had to step over some beliefs of myself as well, to dive deeper and to look for a clear answer. So it helped me. These questions help.
Just burp it all out.
These questions actually helped me as well to get clarity in what kind of guy I am and want to be. And even
beautiful.
Priska said it, that my answers to these questions helped her as well to see me at some point in a different light, or to learn more about me.
Absolutely.
So
thank you
you
very
really
much.
helped us as well with these questions.
And boss, I have another question. I have one. But just like, I really like the outro. Like, what would you say in general just to wrap up everything that we have, to a single woman? What would be your advice to a single woman who wants to find the love of her life?
Who wants to find the love of her life?
Yes, she wants to find the love of her life that really makes her happy.
Okay. The first advice I would like to give is, let the need of getting a guy go. Don't try to not be constantly in a cramp, like, I want a guy now. Just let it go. Just feel what you want, do some ceremony about it, and send it into the cosmos, and then just let it go. Because if you constantly are doing this, he will never show up, and if a man shows up and he feels this in a woman, then he will turn around and run away as fast as he can. So try just to trust and see yourself as a beautiful, intelligent woman who deserves a great love, and then let it go, and then in the end he will come. And another advice is to try to not drag your old beliefs and prejudices against men into a new relationship, and just try to see him for a totally new guy. So throw all the shit aboard, and this is not easy, but try to be aware of it, and that when it happens, that you are aware of what happens there, and give him a chance. Just give him a chance, because Mr. B is not Mr. C, D, E, and F. He's just the next bright shining star. This.
And thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And for all ladies watching out there, or also men watching out there, we think about creating a whole course, because now we talked a lot, or like he talked a lot about how men work, but how to imply these things. What can a woman then do to really do what he just talked about. So this is what we really want to dive deeper and create a whole course that you can later on, when it's done, you can get. It's still a lot of work because you have many ideas, but just stay tuned really, because this is one of the first things we probably are going to bring out of the market.
Yeah.
So this is it. Thank you very, very, very much for being here.
And please, if you want to respond on this and your responses can be seen by other people, please put your responses on YouTube or on Facebook pages, so that other people can read it as well, because people not only learn from us, and we do not only learn from you, but you can learn from each other as well.
That's totally true, because we got now a lot of mails, which is super great, and we're so grateful for it. But it's just sometimes it's really sad, because I think, oh, this is such a good question or mail or comment, and I would love for other people to see it too. So please don't be shy and just post your comments there, because then you can really profit even more, and perhaps you get even responses from people who see this comment and they
maybe
have an opinion too.
Because we have a Facebook page now, maybe if it would work for you, if there could be a Facebook group.
Yeah, let us know if you want.
We are thinking about it, but if maybe you can shine your light on that as well.
Yes.
Do you think that's interesting, or is it just the next group, like all the other groups are already there? But just tell us.
Let's tell us what you need and what you want, and we're going. Yeah, we really want to give the best out there, that you really get what you need, and not just that there another. As he said, just another group that nobody's in there. So.
Yep.
We want to create great content, and therefore we need your voice. We need to hear you, otherwise we cannot serve you. So this is it.
Yeah.
The end of
the guys
series. Oh my goodness! Now my brain is going to be picked.
We are going to record a series where I ask questions that my guys came up with for Priska.
That's great. I can't wait. No, really, I'm very excited. I have no idea, because I have not seen the questions yet. So, okay. Bye.
Bye.
People. Bye.